Hi, it's Mr. Adams here, a mathematics teacher with over 20 years experience. In this video, I want to explain why increasing house prices is actually bad for the economy. So let's have a look at some of the supposed benefits of higher property prices. That includes higher GDP and wages, and also increasing the supply of houses. So let's look at higher GDP. Countries with higher GDP have higher house prices. As a country becomes wealthier, house prices increase. In a recession, when GDP decreases, house prices also tend to decrease. So what we're looking at here is correlation, but correlation is not causation. Australia has seen unprecedented growth in house prices, but not growth in GDP. Other factors explain the relationship better. Historically, higher wages means more money to spend on property, so you get higher house prices. Higher unemployment leads to less money spent on property, which lowers house prices. House prices increasing or decreasing is affected by wages, employment, and other factors. Increased house prices don't cause these things. If house prices go down, will it cause an economic downturn? Well, the answer is yes, if people are told that they are poorer and will do less economic activity as a result. The answer is more likely no. It is always difficult to know how much your property is worth at any given point, let alone how it changes over a short timescale. Your expendable income is independent of the value of your property. Let's have a look at the idea that higher prices leads to more houses being built. Let's have a look at the lithium experience. Now, the surge in new lithium batteries pushed the price of lithium up. New mines were created, which created more production. The price of lithium, as a result, went down. The property experience is very different to lithium in some key ways. The first is that property is monopolised and controlled. New properties have to go through government approvals, but the biggest difference is the competition from external sources. So for instance, an external government in another country could increase the supply of lithium in direct competition to Australia. But if it increases its housing, is not ever in competition with Australia. We are also limited by skilled labour. Builders build a home when someone is able to pay for the materials and labour for the home. They are only incentivized to build more homes if they are paid more for their labour, which is different to house prices increasing. Let's now have a look at how rents are affected with higher house prices. In this scenario, the rent is increased by $100 a week. The landlord is $100 richer and the renter is $100 poorer. If rent is decreased by $100 a week, well, we see the opposite. So the landlord is $100 poorer and the renter is $100 richer. On the face of it, there's no net gain for Australia when it comes to rent. When rents go up, money transfers from renters to landlords, and when rents go down, it transfers the other way from landlords to renters. But now let's look at it a different way. So when rent is decreased by $100 a week, the landlord is $100 poorer today. The renter is $100 richer today. But when rent is increased by $100 a week, the landlord is only $70 richer today because $30 approximately is paid in tax. The renter is $100 poorer today. There is a cost to the collection of taxes. It takes time also for money to flow from the landlord to the tax department and then back into the economy as a whole. Australia gets an immediate benefit when rents go down because this money flows immediately into the economy. When house prices go up and rents as well, This slows down economic activity. The collection of tax is not the only way that economic activity is slowed with renting. Imagine the scenario where you've got a leak in your kitchen. If you own your own home, you contact the plumber directly. If you rent, you've got to contact your agent, who then contacts a landlord, and then the plumber is contacted. Now, there's just more opportunity there for things to get mistranslated and that sort of thing. And this is a far more inefficient way of getting things done around a home. Let's look at some other ways that higher property prices makes us less productive. Let's look at things from a business perspective. Workers who have to pay higher rents and mortgages will demand higher wages. Workers would have more expendable income to spend on goods and services if property prices were lower. Let's look at things from an inflation perspective. Higher property prices lead to higher rents, which pushes up inflation. Workers asking for more money to pay for higher mortgages and rents puts pressure on inflation as well. When it comes to investment and innovation, people who are innovative can less afford to pursue these ideas when property prices are high, because it means that their rents are higher or their mortgage is higher. People who invest in housing are not creating any innovation. However, if they were investing in businesses, then they would be helping our innovative economy. So in conclusion, higher property prices doesn't increase GDP or supply. Higher property prices slow economic activity through higher rents and making it more difficult for people to innovate. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Please leave a review and a comment. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a mathematics teacher with 20 years of teaching experience who has a passion for financial literacy. Please read the disclaimer.